While you're watching this video, businesses around you are losing between $240,000 and $850,000 on bad hires. One poor hiring decision cost me a major client and nearly derailed a six-figure project. I've experienced each of these hiring mistakes firsthand. The painful lessons shaped everything I know about building effective teams. By the end of this video, you'll have a blueprint for avoiding these expensive errors and building a team that can actually accelerate your growth rather than holding you back. Ever wonder why some businesses grow rapidly while others plateau despite similar products? The difference often lies in who they hire and how. I've seen this play out countless times with the small businesses I work with. Two competitors, same market, same opportunity, but one consistently outperforms the other. What separates them is the people executing that strategy every single day. Here's what most business owners miss. The financial impact of hiring mistakes extends far beyond wasted salary. Each bad hire creates a cascade of hidden costs that can cripple your growth. Think of it like a leaking pipe in your business, small at first, but steadily draining resources until it causes major damage. The direct costs are substantial. The average recruitment cost is around $4,700 per hire, money spent before they've completed a single task. Add another $1,400 for onboarding plus all the training investments. For small businesses operating with tight margins, these upfront costs represent significant capital that could otherwise fund growth initiatives. But here's where it gets really expensive. A bad hire doesn't just fail to produce, they actively drain resources. When someone underperforms, your best people end up picking up the slack. At a marketing agency I consulted with, one underperforming designer forced 3 team members to regularly stay late fixing their work. This situation didn't just waste money, it burned out top talent and delayed client deliverables. The ripple effect extends to your customers and team. Research shows 32% of customers will stop doing business with a brand they loved after just one bad experience caused by an incompetent employee. Meanwhile, team morale suffers as one toxic hire affects your entire organization. Engagement plummets, creativity drops, and the positive energy that once defined your workspace evaporates. A client who runs a small software company experienced this firsthand. After hiring a senior developer with impressive credentials but a terrible attitude, 2 top developers quit within 3 months, citing the toxic environment. The company faced multiple replacement costs, project delays, lost institutional knowledge, and reputation damage in their tight-knit industry. The total price tag? Between 30% and 150% of a bad hire's annual salary. For a $50,000 position, that's $15,000 to $75,000 lost, with nothing to show for it except disruption and setbacks. What's troubling is that these costly mistakes aren't random or unavoidable. They stem from 5 critical errors that business owners make repeatedly. About 50% of small business owners struggle to find the right people because they don't understand this cost equation. They rush the process or cut corners to save time or money in the short term, but these shortcuts become exponentially more expensive down the line. The good news? When you recognize these mistakes, you can systematically eliminate them from your hiring process. The businesses that get this right don't just avoid costs, they create a competitive advantage. Their teams execute faster, serve customers better, and innovate more consistently than competitors who are constantly dealing with hiring fallout. Those competitive advantages don't happen by accident. They come from avoiding 5 specific hiring traps that most small business owners fall into repeatedly. What's fascinating is that these mistakes don't look like mistakes in the moment. They actually feel like smart shortcuts until the real damage begins to surface. Let's break down these 5 critical hiring mistakes that are silently sabotaging your business growth. 1. Prioritizing resume credentials over cultural fit. 2. Rushing the hiring process. 3. Ignoring interview red flags. 4. Conducting weak reference checks. 5. Setting unclear expectations. First, prioritizing resume credentials over cultural fit. This brings in someone with impressive qualifications who creates a toxic environment for everyone else. A technically qualified hire who doesn't align with your company values can cost your business up to 30% of their first-year salary in direct costs and organizational ripple effects. It's like planting an invasive species in your garden. It may look impressive initially, but eventually chokes everything around it. To combat this cultural mismatch, implement specific culture-focused interview questions. Describe a time when you had to adapt to a significant change at work, or what type of work environment do you thrive in. These reveal far more about long-term fit than technical interrogations. Incorporate live task demonstrations during interviews to gain insights that rehearsed answers never provide. The second mistake is rushing the hiring process. The industry average time to hire is 36 days. Shortening this timeline helps secure talent faster, but cutting corners creates expensive problems. You're essentially building your business on quicksand when you skip crucial vetting steps, forcing you to restart the entire process within months. Create a structured timeline with specific checkpoints, resume screening, first-round interviews, skills assessments, culture evaluations, and final decision meetings. This methodology ensures thoroughness while maintaining momentum, giving you the best of both worlds. The third mistake is ignoring interview red flags. When candidates give inconsistent answers, speak negatively about previous employers, or can't provide specific examples, your instincts are signaling future performance problems. According to Gallup, disengaged employees lead to a 10% decrease in sales, and most showed clear warning signs during interviews that were overlooked. Ignoring these signals is like flying blind through a storm. Implement a red flag tracking system where interviewers independently record concerns before comparing notes, preventing groupthink, and capturing subtle warnings that might otherwise be dismissed. The fourth mistake is conducting weak reference checks. Most businesses treat references as mere formalities, confirming only employment dates and titles. Transform these into intelligence-gathering opportunities with targeted questions like, "Can you provide an example of how this candidate handled a challenging situation?" Develop a reference check script with behavioral questions that mirror your company's core challenges, turning a box-checking exercise into valuable data collection that improves decision quality. The fifth mistake is setting unclear expectations. When new hires lack a crystal-clear understanding of responsibilities, performance metrics, and growth opportunities, you create immediate disconnects leading to misaligned priorities, frustration, and turnover. Create a role clarity document outlining specific responsibilities, success metrics, reporting relationships, and growth trajectories. Review this during the final interview stages, and again during onboarding to ensure complete alignment between what you expect and what they deliver. Companies that eliminate these 5 critical mistakes build teams that execute faster, innovate more consistently, and serve customers more effectively. The result? They become 21% more profitable than competitors constantly dealing with the fallout from poor hiring decisions. Let's get real about what's possible when you nail your hiring. Companies that transform their approach build unstoppable momentum. With a properly engaged team, your business becomes 21% more profitable, while your competition struggles with constant turnover. Businesses that excel operate like championship teams, where feedback flows continuously, engagement stays high, and customer experiences become exceptional. Structured onboarding alone boosts new hire retention by 82% and productivity by over 70%, creating a growth engine your competitors can't match. Download my hiring blueprint that shows you exactly how to implement these strategies and transform your business into a talent-powered success machine.